Welcome back to Powering Projects. Today we're stepping into a topic that feels surreal when I say it out loud. I'm using AI to build AI software. Not in theory, in practice. Real system, real database, real onboarding flow. Built side by side with generative models and embedded AI agents. What started as a concept quickly turned into action. I needed a website, a database, a multi-tenant architecture, a licensing engine, a plan selection workflow, security, row-level security, and onboarding, and a working SaaS app as quickly as possible. And the surprising part was I didn't hire a team. I just partnered with AI. So 1 minute I was writing about personas and tasks, and the next AI was generating SQL schemas, designing RLS policies, architecting the API route, and debugging the code in real time. The process became a rhythm. I did start out by writing all of my use cases, but then later on, as I went through the process, there were lots of other elements that were clear in my mind, but were not necessarily written into my use case. So I started describing what it is that I wanted and the way that I wanted the processes to flow and the user experience to flow. And then we would build it, we would test it, we would fix it. Sometimes there would be issues, sometimes we'd get it first crack, but ultimately I had AI there helping me improve it and pushing forward. So whenever we discovered that one of the tools, noting that each of the tools that I am using, being Replit, Supabase, and N8N, all have their own inherent AI giving you advice and guidance along the way. But what was actually happening was that the AI I was using in the background, the generative AI, was helping me improve everything that those systems did. And I often found that those systems would make their own decisions, and then we would need to improve it and realign back to the original intent. But I think I'm going to talk about that more in my next podcast. So the most important part of what I'm explaining to you now is that each of these cycles compressed from weeks to minutes. And it was just amazing. The days when I get into a flow of working through the build, I can quite literally sit there for 12 hours and not move. I'm absolutely engrossed in what I'm doing. Just having these chats, rewriting SQL code, pasting it in, coming back. Is that working? Testing. It's just an amazing tool and capability. I feel so empowered using it. It's been quite amazing. But anyway, AI felt like a senior engineer. It felt like a project coordinator. It felt like a PM. It felt like a design and business analyst and also a systems architect. And they were all working simultaneously, never sleeping, never tiring, always ready for the next iteration. And quite literally, I would be exhausted well before the machines were exhausted. Many a time I said, we will leave it there and I will pick this up in the morning, and it wished me good night. So my top 3 learnings for all of this: AI thrives on precision. The clearer you are, the better the solution that you'll receive. And ambiguity into the system means ambiguity out of the system. So those times where I was not extremely specific about where I wanted it to build the database tables or how I wanted the process flow to work, it would make its own decision. And then there was either ambiguity at my end about how have you done this? And then we would need to go back and rectify it. So being really clear in your requirements is really important. AI makes iterations frictionless. So you are no longer blocked by skills gap. If you can think about it and you can describe it clearly, you can absolutely create it. It's been amazing. And thirdly, architecture matters more than code. So AI can write code, but it can't yet replace my strategic thinking. So designing the system structure, the governance, the experience still requires that human judgment. So in closing, using AI to create AI isn't the future, it is the present. And once you experience this style of development, which is deeply collaborative, unbelievably fast, relentlessly iterative, you will never want to go back to building the old way again. And that's it for me for today. I will see you next time. Bye. The content provided in this podcast is for informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute professional, legal, or financial advice. The opinions expressed by the host, guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of any affiliated organisations or sponsors. While we strive to provide accurate and up-to-date information on project management methodologies and related topics, no guarantee is made regarding the completeness, accuracy, or applicability of the content to your specific circumstances. Listeners are encouraged to consult with qualified professionals before making decision based on the information shared in this podcast. The hosts, guests, and producers are not liable for any losses, damages, or outcomes resulting from the use of this podcast's content. By listening to this podcast, you agree to assume all risks associated with the application of the information provided. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you'll find value in our discussions.